Let's be honest, being broke isn't just about not having money. It's about living in a cycle where every paycheck disappears before you even see it, where every opportunity feels out of reach, and where every dream gets postponed until someday. The painful truth is, most people stay broke for reasons that have nothing to do with income. Some of you earn more than enough but still feel like you're drowning. Others keep chasing more money, thinking that's the solution, but the reality is, the habits, the mindset, and the silent decisions you make every single day are what keep you locked in this cycle. And here's why you need to stay with me through this entire speech, because I'm not just going to expose the real reasons you're still broke, I'm going to give you the roadmap to escape it. If you miss even one of these steps, you'll keep repeating the same pattern for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. But if you apply them, you can change everything. The first and most damaging reason you're still broke is this: you've built an addiction to comfort instead of growth. Think about your day. How much of it is structured around seeking comfort? Scrolling endlessly on your phone, binging Netflix, ordering takeout, buying things you don't need because it feels good in the moment. None of these actions are inherently evil, but the problem is that when comfort becomes your default mode, growth gets suffocated. Here's the truth. Every wealthy, successful person you admire chose discomfort at the start. They invested when it felt risky, worked when others were sleeping, learned when others were entertaining themselves. They delayed gratification. They chose discipline over desire. Being broke is rarely about money. It's about choices. Every time you spend money you don't have on comfort you don't need, you're making a decision to stay broke a little longer. Now, I want you to imagine your future self, 10 years from now. One version of you keeps chasing comfort, always choosing the easy path, always consuming, never creating, never investing, never sacrificing. That version of you will be in the exact same financial state, or worse, because comfort doesn't compound into wealth. But there's another version of you, the one who chooses growth. That person feels the pain of saying no to comfort today, but in exchange, they say yes to financial independence tomorrow. They learn new skills, they build businesses, they invest in assets, they develop discipline. And because growth compounds, just like interest, the gap between these two versions of you gets wider and wider. So, how do you break the addiction to comfort? You train yourself to tolerate discomfort. That means creating budgets that feel restrictive at first. It means saying no to friends who want you to waste money on things that don't matter. It means sacrificing leisure to learn, to build, to create. It means recognizing that every dollar you don't waste today is a seed planted for tomorrow. If you're broke, it's not because you can't escape it. It's because you don't want to feel the discomfort of growth. And until you face that head on, you'll always choose the warm blanket of comfort over the fire of progress. You might know people earning six figures, driving luxury cars, living in big homes, and yet they're just as broke as the person earning minimum wage. Why? Because wealth isn't defined by how much you make, but by how much you keep, how much you grow, and how much freedom you actually have. Most people make this mistake. The moment their income increases, so do their expenses. They call it upgrading their lifestyle. They get the bigger house, the newer car, the designer clothes. It feels like success, but in reality, it's just golden handcuffs. They've trapped themselves in a cycle where they need to keep earning more just to keep up with their inflated lifestyle. This is called lifestyle creep, and it's the silent killer of wealth. You tell yourself, I deserve this because I work hard. But the truth is, you don't deserve financial slavery disguised as success. You deserve freedom. Let me tell you something powerful. Wealth is freedom, not things. It's the ability to wake up and decide what to do with your day. It's knowing that your money is working for you, not the other way around. It's being able to take risks, chase opportunities, or walk away from toxic situations because you're not financially chained. The problem is, most people measure wealth by how others perceive them. They want to look rich instead of being rich, but real wealth is invisible. It's in the investments you've built, the assets you own, the security you feel when emergencies strike. It's in the peace of mind that you'll never have to work a job you hate just to survive. So here's the shift. Stop chasing a bigger paycheck and start chasing bigger assets. Stop asking, how much can I spend? And start asking, how much can I keep? Every time your income grows, don't inflate your lifestyle, increase your investments, buy freedom, not liabilities. One of the most powerful but hidden reasons you're broke is this: you're living someone else's financial story. Think about it. The way you view money, how you earn it, spend it, save it, wasn't created by you. It was inherited from your parents, your culture, your society, your friends. If your parents lived paycheck to paycheck, you probably see that as normal. If your culture glorifies spending on weddings, cars, or appearances, you probably feel pressured to do the same. If your friends are always going out, always buying, always consuming, you feel like you have to keep up, even if it's financially destructive. The tragedy is that most people never question this. They just accept it as reality. This is how life works. But what if it doesn't have to? What if your financial story is the very reason you're stuck? Breaking free starts with awareness. You need to ask yourself, whose story am I living? Did I choose this, or was it forced on me? If your financial beliefs don't serve your goals, you must rewrite them. That means letting go of traditions that enslave you to debt. It means saying no to cultural expectations that value appearances over security. It means choosing your own path, even if it makes others uncomfortable. And here's the empowering truth. The moment you choose to rewrite your financial story, you break a generational curse. You stop the cycle of paycheck to paycheck living, of debt, of scarcity. You create a new story, not just for yourself, but for your children, your family, your legacy. The reason you're still broke isn't just because of your own decisions. It's because you're carrying the weight of someone else's narrative. But you have the power to put the pen in your own hands. You can start writing a story where money is a tool for freedom, not a chain of expectations. Ask yourself, am I living the story I want, or the story I was handed? That question could change everything. Here's the fourth truth. If you don't respect money, money won't respect you. And the simplest, most practical sign of respect: tracking it. Let me ask you, do you know exactly how much you spent last month? Do you know where every dollar went? Most people don't. They avoid it. They think it's boring, stressful, or not their thing. But here's the uncomfortable reality. If you don't measure your money, you can't manage it. And if you can't manage it, you'll always be broke, no matter how much you earn.